Abbi Pulling. Not the best qualifying for her, but the virtue of the system puts P12 in qualifying on the front row for the partial reverse. Big opportunity for Abbi Pulling in this race. She's got Jack Sherwood right behind her, the Rodin teammate. And a new name to us. We did meet at Donington, August Raber on the outside of the front row with Xcel Motorsport as the Yuhao Fu just brings the 99 car into the mix. The rookies have been fascinating this year as well, with a good crop of rookies and different people popping up on the rookie podium, and more about that anon, because it's Pulling versus Raber on the front row of the grid with Sherwood and Robinson on row 2. Let's watch and see how they get away. Pulling makes a good start. Raber very tidy. Recalcitrant. We've got for the second race on the bounce, we've got a car virtually stalling on the grid, but Abbi Pulling has made a good start. Gets into Paddock Hill Bend first. All eyes are going to be on Deegan Fairclough starting back in 12th place. Yeah, was it a Virtuosi car? It was a blue car that's taken the spin. We'll try and pick up on that for you. So it's going to be a safety car anyway. And off is Max Dodds in the 17.
Oh, he's going to get out. He's going to get out.
He's got going. Well done, Max Dodds.
Oh, there's another one. There's is that an Xcel car that's in the wall coming out of Druids?
Is that Raber?
There's a front wing as well that's sliding down the straight on the back straight. So I don't know whose that is.
I think that's going to be Raber, because I think he's got the yellow trim, and then the pink trim is Zack Scoular. So I think that's Raber, just to see if I've got my early season identification sorted out. Safety car happening. If we get a chance to look at Max Dodd's car, he's got wooden wrap on the. It's not actually wood, but
that'd be funny.
Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. Plenty of time to talk about it. Abbi Pulling makes a good start. Raber not so good.
Do you know what? I don't know whether Leo Robinson made a bit of a. I don't know whether it looked very good, or maybe it was a jump start, because there was a few that stalled around him or made bad starts. But Abbi made a really good one. I was all eyes on her to see if she could get it off the line, and she did it very well. So now she's leading the race. But yeah, this obviously Dodds obviously got turned around going through Paddock, and he managed to get it out the gravel. But yeah, really bad start from Raber in the Xcel car. A better one from his teammate behind Scoular. But yeah, look at was that Leo Robinson? No, on the inside there. But round the outside, Sherwood managed to get up to second. Yeah, he just got tagged, number 17, Max Dodds, who's made a return to racing recently. And then later on, let's have a look, see what happened to the Xcel car. Just got squeezed. No, it's not. It's a Fortec car. It's the that's Darianani.
It's Kai Darianani, second-year driver, moves from Virtuosi to Fortec this year. So Kai not having the best of sight. Actually tested well here. Had 2 or 3 pre-season tests, which Kai did well. It's different when the race. To be fair, the gaps are so small, Phil, aren't they? From the top positions down to midfield, it's very close.
Yeah, it is indeed. Very good start from the Rodin cars at the front. But yeah, look at that. Just almost got it beached. I'm not sure how that happened, but then there's a bit of front wing damage here. Yeah, there was a contact. I think it's because the safety car came out. Everyone checked up, and luckily there wasn't a bigger crash there, because it was a very late safety call, wasn't it? A safety car call, because it was on the first lap. So that's how the damage on the front wing happened. But yeah, poor Darianani.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dan Wells, his coach, you see, Dan was the sort of responsible for getting him involved in racing with a sim setup, and he has been at a couple of the tests as Dan Wells, but flying back out to Hong Kong, where he's based, and indeed where Kai is based too.
Yeah, he does a good sim business out in Dubai, training all these guys that did the Windsor Series, let's call it, which was the UAE F4 Championship. A lot of these guys went and did that. Deegan, Reza, they both went with High Tech to go and to sort of just get a bit more experience. And then obviously the Xcel guys who were based out there. Scoular, I remember his name was popping up there now and again, doing a great job. So it's great to see him up there in the British Championship, running 5th at the minute. And yeah, Raber, he made that bad start, but he's still running in 6th.
I don't blame her, to be fair. You know, she's thrown in really well.
Was it that nearly got the lead then?
Sherwood. Yeah.
No, Sherwood went down the outside. It was someone else.
Oh, was it Robinson?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
But he made a... Oh no, he made a really good start, didn't he?
It's all come out of the junior stars. A couple of junior races.
It does, yeah. Yeah, he won one.
Seems to youngest ever winner, isn't it?
Actually quite good, but I thought him out with a few crashes. Which cost a lot. He's only going to get one. May as well learn the juniors. Yeah, he's quite good.
Yeah. So you tell you different. What comes to that? How was it you described him when it got determined? Right up the bus.
No, he's just always like that. Yeah, that's him. That's how I describe him.
Yeah, he's fine. I'm fine, Ted.
Oh, smash it off that wheel.
How wonderful marshals.
Go on again. Hold it. Oh, God.
Gee whiz.
What are they doing?
Thanks to the marshals for destroying 14 cars we have. It's not getting any better, is it?
It was only one wheel that was damaged.
Yes.
All of them. Together when the safety car came out. It has to be, isn't it? Well, nothing else happened. They pitted. Yeah, look. Pitted.
He's good at it, Chris.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Cheeky as well.
Yeah, can be. Gets that from his dad.
Does he? Okay, mate. Yeah, no worries, Cosy. Yep, go for it. So Abbi Pulling ready for the restart. This is territory she'll have been in before. She's got her teammate, Jack Sherwood, behind her. Another teammate, James Higgins, a couple of places back. Leo Robinson in between. The other Rodin driver, Ninovich, we think was involved in that skirmish along with the
Reza.
Cooper Straight, with Reza Suwothan. So
they've both pitted. So
it
looks like they had a bit of damage on the back straight. But I think Abbi is ready to go. So she's pulled the pin and away she goes out of the last corner. Can she get a run on her teammate? Looks like she has actually.
Yeah, it's a good restart, isn't it, from Abbi Pulling, who is looking to add to the 2 academy wins that she had last weekend. She'd have much rather have won the fastest off the front races, but this is an opportunity for her to be seen at the front, fending off challenges from teammates, and perhaps being the first female to take a win in the ROKiT F4 British Championship, certified by FIA.
Yeah, she won Miami a couple of weeks ago, both races I think it was, in the F1 Academy, which is a very similar car to this. So she's used to winning, and now she's managing to do it in the main championship that she's competing in, trying to beat her teammates and the rest of the guys and girls.
She's always wanted to compete on level terms with everybody, male, female or otherwise, and did so very successfully in karting. did a little bit of a spell in Ginetta at the media day. She was telling me I actually hated Ginetta. I said, well, I'll quote you on that. No, don't. But there we are. She wasn't keen. It didn't gel with her, but clearly single-seater racing does. And she's getting away here from Sherwood. Sherwood, in turn's got a bit of breathing space over Robinson. Fairclough back in 8th is the championship leader, and coming into this race, Phil, Deegan Fairclough has got a race in hand already after 3 events this year, or 3 starts this year, which is credible but not unprecedented in the championship. Sharp had an 8-point lead at the same point last year. Alex Dunn had a 37-point lead after his first 3 races the year before. So
it's been done before.
And Nozza, as Caroline calls him, who's just won his first GP, was actually down in 5th place in the championship after the first 3 races. So anything can happen in F4.
Yeah, it can, and he's obviously doing the right thing, because that's a load of very talented drivers that you've just reeled off that he's up against, and obviously going to be trying to replicate what they've done going forward. But look at this, Abbi Pulling fastest lap, 45.9. The other guys are obviously in a little bit of dirty air, but still, that's very impressive just to get that gap on the equal equipment from Sherwood, who's second. Obviously, Leo Robinson in the JHR car pushing Sherwood hard. He's going to be trying to make a move. He'd like to make another place. He actually nearly got the lead. As again, you can see, he's pushing Sherwood. He's got a good run out of Graham Hill. Sherwood's covered it well, but Leo Robinson is under pressure now from
James Higgins.
Yeah,
good to see.
Rodin car.
Zack Scoular's going well too, isn't he? In the back, the new team, Xcel Motorsport. Great to welcome them into the championship. Many years of racing a kart team in the UAE, and great to have them in this championship. But yeah, good battle on. Pulling his way down the road, setting fastest laps. Good shop window for her this weekend. Scoular all over the back, having a very good go at James Higgins in the 18. Runs to the outside line, does Zack Scoular, and has he got the job done? He has.
Yes.
That was fair racing from Higgins as well, I've got to say.
Very good move, because Higgins was actually attacking Leo Robinson going into the first corner. That obviously gave him a bad run out of the corner, and all of a sudden he's under pressure from Scoular, and Scoular's gone round the outside of Drew. It's a fantastic move for the Xcel driver.
Yeah, super stuff. We're going to see a replay here. That's not a move you see completed successfully very often, Phil.
No, normally the driver on the inside will squeeze them a lot wider than that and make it very, very difficult for them. So, yeah, fair racing between them. That'll go down well with the clerk of the course. He won't be doing any tellings offs later. So, yeah, that's great for the championship. But, yeah, I think that was a good move from Scoular.
Scoular leading the rookie category at the moment. August Raber, his teammate, second. So we've got the 2 Xcel cars on the rookie podium for the first time this season. Rowan Campbell-Pilling is third in the rookies at the moment. He's in 9th place, and he's been a dark horse, qualified 3rd overall in both races. Remember, this is a partial reverse, so we'll see Rowan right up the front. We did yesterday, and we will do in race 3. He's had a sensational weekend. Normally when you talk to drivers, you say, are you happy with 3rd? Rowan said, yeah, I am. Yeah, a lot of drivers have dropped their heads and no, I wanted to be first.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He's happy with his progress, happy with his building. Great to see. What a really nice, mature young lad he is. Really got his head screwed on the right way.
Well, we met him at Media Day, didn't we?
We did,
or one of the test days that was here, and yeah, he was very chatty. And as we can see, a Vortec car and a Virtuosi car is going side by side through paddock. And yeah, it was that was very close. But yeah, lovely lad, very chatty. Came to find us, telling us all about him passing his driving test, which was good.
And then getting fleeced by the insurance companies.
Yeah, he's not unhappy about that.
No, there's a lot of youngsters in the same boat at the moment. It's not a cheap thing to start driving, let alone race driving, as race leader Abbi Pulling with Rodin Motorsport out front, building a lead. 2.5 seconds for Pulling, another fastest lap. And the move to Rodin, you know, I've got to say, when that was announced, Phil, I was thinking, Abby's in with the shout of the championship. She still is, but hasn't had the start that we might have expected from her.
No, and also she's got a good relationship with Rodin, because that's who she's driving in F1 Academy with. So it's a double program with the old Carlin team, which is now Rodin. And yeah, she's obviously is gelling well, especially with the run that she's having at the minute with Miami, the Miami wins, and now Brands Hatch. So I wonder which she prefers, racing at Miami or racing at Brands Hatch. Well, similar weather today, actually.
Yeah, I know what she'll say commentator-wise, but that's not principle. But she's not doing the full campaign, I don't think, with F4, because there are some date clashes and obviously much higher profile. Sure, she wants to be racing everybody else in a traditional championship, but higher profile, she'll go for that. And if she can bag a few wins along the way, that will be great news for her.
So we've got 4-second virtuos. It's still the same battle that was the lap before. They're going to run side by side again. Are they going to get a run on each other? Yes, I think that's Argenti actually, isn't it?
Yeah, Sway and Nina Gaidman, who's a little bit of a character as well. I don't know if you've had a chance to talk with Nina yet in the Fortec car, the number 3, the Dutch racer who sort of put her funding together. I was saying to Jade, you know, at Donington Park, has got a really good profile on social media and used to race karts, but has been tempted back into car racing as a result, and using that to sort of promote herself and running well there with Sway, who is leading the ROKiT Championship at the moment. So Nina, another very good acquisition for this championship.
Yeah, Sway actually started 5th in this race, so he's obviously dropped back. The Merc back driver racing for Argenti, he's obviously had a bad start in this race, and something's happened where he's dropped a bit further back, as we have seen with Nunavik and Seaworthen.
I'll tell you who's come through well, actually, making up places. Ella Lloyd has gone virtually from the back. She had a dismal qualifying, up into 13th place. Great progress from Ella Lloyd.
Yeah, that is, isn't it? It's you're right. She did start on the back row, so in 21st and up to 13th.
And she surprised a few people, but people shouldn't be that surprised about. She was runner-up in the Ginetta GT5 Championship last year. Granted, there weren't that many drivers in it, but even to get second position in that was a mega achievement for the young Welsh girl who got involved in the accident on the start line yesterday. She did get told by radio that a car had stalled, but there are actually 2 cars that stalled, but she's okay, back in the car and making up places. So that's not an easy thing to do on Brands Indy.
It certainly isn't. It's very difficult to overtake here. You've always got to be planning a lap ahead, if you like, trying to get that run out of the last corner and maybe make a move either into turn 1 or 2. But yeah, you've always got to be trying to make the car in front push them into a mistake and try and pounce when they do.
Absolutely, exactly what you need to do, and there are opportunities. Paddock maybe into Druids. Sometimes at clearways when you leave you leave the door open. Pulling's leaving no doors open other than a big gap between herself and Jack Sherwood in P2. This is going to be good for Sherwood. Robinson still in 3rd. Scoular with a great move, wasn't it, to get him up into that 4th position. And Xcel will be keen to get themselves up on the podium. So many statistics being thrown at us by Ashley and the team at F4. Grateful thanks to them giving us all the information. Weren't close to Alex Dunn's lap record, by the way, in qualifying, so Alex Dunn still has the race lap record and the qualifying record, but Fairclough still in 8th at the moment.
Yeah, he did make a good start. Obviously he started in 12th, so he made 4 places. My prediction was 5th, but it has obviously settled down a lot now. But yeah, he was told to look after the car ready for the race later on in the day. So he was told, because obviously we know what Deegan's like. He loves a good race, very, very hard racer, which is fantastic to watch. But sometimes can get you into a little bit of trouble, but this time he's very, very settled. He's already thinking about these points, and he'll be going for the win later on.
Ella Lloyd, who was being chased by Sway. There is Abbi Pulling still out front, and actually originally met her when she was in karting, and did the Ginetta Scholarship. She was a finalist in the Ginetta Junior Scholarship, didn't win that, but you know, has continued to make great strides, and lots of good people around her helping her along.
I do remember actually in Ginetta Junior, she drove for Jade Edwards' dad's team.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, that's how they know each other, yeah. Yeah, she was okay, she did a good job. The thing is with those cars, they're so hard to drive, which actually is what makes these drivers so good, because they're so hard to drive. So when they do move up into other categories, I'm not saying anything becomes easier, but they've learned a lot and learned the hard way in terms of driver sort of setup for the car and the balance of the car. But you know, she's whatever she said about Ginetta Juniors, I think she's still learned a lot from it, because the sort of proof is here. Look, she's leading the race and she's doing a fantastic job.
The senior GT5s as well.
Yeah.
A little while, I think with David Elsley's team, if I remember correctly. I stand to be corrected on that one. But yeah, having a good run here. And yeah, this was a partially reverse grid. She qualified 12th overall, gets that, but she's done the super job. She could have got the pieces over it. She made a great start, and she's just nailed it lap after lap since then. Fastest lap of the race, and pulling away. And a little bit of history in the making here today at Brands Hatch, with Abbi Pulling on her way, by the look of it, to a win.
Pulling away.
Very good.
You did that by accident.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just said it. Oh, sorry, I totally, not intended. Sorry, Abbi. Sorry, Abbi's
pulling away.
As well,
yeah, she is as well. She's obviously done the fastest lap of the race, a 45.7. Next best is a 46.10, so 3/10 Anyone else doing 45s? No, that is impressive, you know, around the Brands Indy circuit to be 3/10 faster than anyone else.
Yeah, it's good stuff, isn't it? Jack Sherwood is going to be, I think, happy with a second place at the moment. Robinson down behind him, they're still relatively close. Top rookie Scoular from Raber and Campbell Pilling with Martin Molnar, who is here with his coach Tamas Palkis. I don't know if you remember from the Formula Renault days. Was that before you joined us? Probably before you were born, actually, if I'm talking about old stuff. Normally is, but...
quite old now. Who's this, sorry? who are you talking about?
Tamas Palkis.
I remember that, his name,
yeah. He was like third in the graduates, I think, in Formula Renault back in the day when we had it, and he's coaching Martin, and yeah, Martin raised an eyebrow at the media day saying, "Oh, you are old, aren't you?" Yeah, if you know my my boss when he was in it. But Pulling's done everything right, comes out of the Clark curve onto the Brabham straight, and are we going to see a checker?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Abbi Pulling takes the win.
Very good.
Congratulations. Bit of history made there. Abbi Pulling, super drive. Jack Sherwood will take P2, goes across the line, and Leo Robinson, a maiden F4 podium for him. Zack Scoular wins the rookies. James Higgins next up from August Raber, who did well to come back from his shenanigans earlier on in 6th position rookie podium. Then Mika Abrahams and Deegan Fairclough wrapping up the top 8, and I think scraping into the points there as Deeg, so he'll be relatively happy with that. Abbi Pulling, well, we'll see race 3, remember, of the weekend. We'll see Abbi starting in 12th place, so we'll see how much progress she'll be, and this will fire her up from there. In fact, I think on the amended grid it's 11th, isn't it, Abbi? So not quite sure how she started in pole position. If the amended grid was... Anyway, never mind, we won't worry about that too much. There is Abbi Pulling, as you say, a top name in British karting over the years and making the move up into single. This is her second stab at F4. When we look at the stats coming into this weekend, she and Deegan Fairclough were the ones that, you know, if you were looking at it purely on stats, were going to be the ones who are going to take the wins this weekend. Well done, Abbi. Many congratulations. And we're going to pop down and have a chat with her in pit lane a little bit later on. Social media, of course, a big part of it. And yeah, and once you get the winning habit, whether it's F1 Academy or F4, it just makes life a little bit easier, doesn't it, psychologically?
Exactly, yeah. Very, like I said, very similar cars, so yeah, she's getting used to it now and getting into that groove.
I thought the first thing Abbi might want to do is take the crash helmet and balaclava off, because he's absolute, and it would be nice to see a driver smile at the end of it, which you can't really see through the crash helmet, but the nice post shots.
I know, I can't believe she hasn't taken her helmet off. It's hot enough in here. I want to take clothes off up here.
In a regulation black shirt. Well, you're in a non-regulation white shirt.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
That's all right. No, and shorts as well. Nice legs, by the way, Mr. Lee. That's not going to make the edit. We'll do that again in the live programme later on.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Can we do live cam as well?
So there is Abbi. Reminds me of Dan Mays, the actor. I think if ever there's a biopic, Dan Mays could play her. No? Hazel knows. Do you not think she looks a little bit like Daniel Mays? Hazel's facially, you know, just...
Can you say that?
Yeah, of course I can. I just did. Do you not think? There we go. So here's the result. Abbi Pulling takes the win from Jack Sherwood and Leo Robinson. Zack Scoular, top rookie. James Higgins next up from August Raber. Mika Abraham, 7th from Deegan Fairclough. Rowan Campbell Pilling in 9th, ahead of Martin Molnar. Joel Bergstrom next up. Great progress from Joel. He was disappointed yesterday after qualifying. Bart Harrison, 12th from Ella Lloyd. And then Yuan Put Tsui from Yu Hao Fu. Chloe Chong in 16th from Alex Berg and Maxwell Dodds. Alex Ninovich in 19th and Reza Seaworthen in 20th. 21st dropping back, sadly, Nina Gaidman and non-finisher Kai Darianani. Deegan Fairclough still a race in hand after that one, would you believe? 27 points clear of James Higgins from Alex Ninovich third. Jack Sherwood up into fourth position, and Abbi Pulling hauls herself into fifth place ahead of Mika Abrahams. Then it's Reza Seaworthen from Rowan Campbell Pilling. Johan Putsui in ninth position from Ella Lloyd, who wraps up our top 10.